Hi, this is Mrs. Oakley, and today we're going to look at Unit 4, Lesson 5. Last time we learned how to divide a decimal by a whole number. Today we're going to go a little further with it, and it's going to get a little trickier. Today we're dividing a decimal by a decimal. So, first and foremost, let's read these instructions. We're going to make the divisor a whole number by moving the decimal over. Move the decimal over in the dividend the same number of places as you did with the divisor. Insert zeros if necessary and rewrite the problem and divide. Okay, so I don't know about you, but that's a lot to remember. So a couple things I want to go over first is one is the divisor. Divisor is the number used to divide by. Okay, so in 45 divided by 6, the divisor is 6. Okay, now what is the dividend? Dividend is the number being divided. Okay, so an example of this would be the 45 divided by 6 again. This time, 45 is the dividend. Actually, let's get rid of this highlight. I meant to highlight this. Okay? All right, now let's go up there. What does this mean? Well, first off, we have 27.2 divided by 1.6. Well, we can't have a decimal outside here. So, in order to make this a whole number, we have to move it over one space, which means I'm going to move this over one space. So my new number is 16, and then I have 272 divided by 16. Well, it can go in there one times, that's 16. It gives me 112 left over. 16 times 2 would be 36. Let's say times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Give me the 3. That's give me 96. Not big enough. Let's go. How about times 7? 7 times 6 is 42. Get a 4. 7 times 1 plus 4 is 11. Okay, so 7 gives us 112. Subtract, get 0. So our decimal's now here. We can move it up, but we don't really need it because everything's in front. So this is equal to 17. All right, so let's do this. 13.14, 1.8, horrible one. Move it over one, move it over one. So our new one is 131.4 divided by 18. Well, 18 can't go into 13, so let's see, 18 times, let's say times 6. 8 times 6 is 48, carry the 4. Nope, that's not big enough. Let's say times 7. 7 times 8 is 56, carry the 5. That gives me 126. Okay, so can't go in the 1, can't go in the 13, but it can go into 121 7 times, and that gives me 126. Subtracting that, it gives me 54. Okay, moving my decimal up. I think 18 times 3, maybe? That's 24. Carry the 2. That gives me 54, which is perfect. So 3, 54, subtract get 0. Okay, so it's 7.3. This is the bad decimal. All right, so let's try it here. One spot, two spots, one spot, two spots. Now we have 5 on the outside, and we have 612 inside. Okay, 5 goes into 6 one time. It gives me 1. Give me 11. Goes in there 2 times. 10. Gives me 1. Bring down my 2. Goes in there 2 times. That gives me 10. Now remember what I said with decimals, we can't have remainders. So we're going to put our decimal at the back and put a 0. Moving that decimal up. 5 goes into 24 times, and 5 times 4 is 20, so I subtract, I get 0. Hey, good job. Here we go. We're moving this one over 1, so we're moving this over. So we get 29, or 292.5 now, divided by 24. 24 can go into 29 one time. That gives me 5 left over. Bring the 2 down. It can go in there 2 times. 2 times 24 is 48. That gives me 4 left over. Bring down the 5. It can go in there just once, which is going to get me 210. Add a 0. I don't know about you, but I don't know about that. 8 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 10, 12. There we go. That's not enough because I need 210. All right. So let's try a bigger number. Let's try 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Carry the 3. Times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19. That would give me close enough. So I'm going to say 8. And that's going to be 193. I'm going to borrow from here. 7. Borrow from here. 17. All right, and right now we're going to keep going. So I'm going to add another 0, so 170. Well, I know 8 is going to be too big, so I'm going to bring down, and let me do something because this looks kind of crazy. Bringing up my decimal. We went in there. So we're going to go 7, line it back up. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. And that gives me 2. And I'm going to end it there because it's just going to keep going for a while. And you get the point of it. All right, go ahead and try this one. We're moving it over. 1, 2. 1, 2. So now we got 3,000 divided by 8. 8 goes into 30. Wow, goes in there 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. Give me 6. Down to 0. 8 times 7 is 56. Subtract that, get 4. Bring down the 0. 8 goes into 45 times. So that is equal to 375. All right, pause this video, try 44.1 divided by 2.45 yourself, and then come back and see if you got it correct. All right, 44, okay, divided by 1, 2. So 40, I'm going to do it up here, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2. So I have to put a decimal, so it's going to be fifth. Divided by 245. I know it can go in there once, 245. 6, 3, gives me 9, 1. Okay, bring it down here. I'm going to try it times 8. Let's see if 8 works. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4, 32, 36. Carry the 3. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 is 19. Okay, so there's our answer. Great job. I know this is very tricky, and I don't expect you to master this one during this unit. I want you to keep practicing it, and we will continue practicing this in our math lab time. Good job. But keep up the good work, and I will see you back here for Unit 4 review.